Have you ever looked in the mirror one morning and thought, when did I start looking like this? Your voice, your stories, your soul, they're still the same. But somewhere along the way, something has shifted. Once you pass 70, your body begins to change in quiet, subtle ways that hardly anyone talks about. They're not loud, not sudden, but they're powerful. The thing is, whether you notice them or not, they keep happening. And we're not just talking about a few extra wrinkles or the occasional stiff joint. These are deeper changes, ones that affect the way you walk, the way you sleep, even the way you feel and connect with the world around you. Most of us don't recognize them until they have already made a mark on our lives. But here's the truth, catching them early can change everything. Today we're going to uncover 7 quiet signs that start to show up after 70. Some of them might sound familiar, others might take you by surprise. But by the end of this video, you'll see your body and your future through a whole new lens. Sign number 1, your balance isn't what it used to be. It usually starts with something small. You bend down to tie your shoes and feel a slight sway. You stand up too quickly and reach for the wall. At first you brush it off, maybe you're just tired, maybe it's nothing. But over time, those moments become more frequent. Then one day you find yourself hesitating at the top of the stairs. That's when it hits you. Your balance has changed. It may not seem like a big deal. After all, doesn't everyone get a little unsteady with age? But here's what many people don't realize. A decline in balance is more than just a risk of falling. It's a sign that multiple systems in your body are shifting at the same time. I once heard the story of Mr. Min, 72 years old, still active, still sharp as ever. One morning after stepping out of the shower, he reached for his towel and nearly fell. He didn't slip, he didn't trip his legs, just didn't catch him like they used to. That moment stopped him in his tracks. It wasn't just a near fall, it was his body quietly warning him that something deeper was changing. As the years go by, our sense of balance slowly weakens, and it comes down to 3 main reasons. First, the inner ear. Your body's hidden compass loses some of its fine-tuned sensitivity. Second, the muscles in your legs and core aren't as quick to respond as they once were. And third, the brain's processing speed slows, making it harder to recover from a stumble before it turns into a fall. This isn't just about pride or confidence. The truth is, falls are the #1 cause of injury for people over 70. They can lead to broken hips, a loss of independence, and in some cases far worse. But here's the good news, balance is something you can improve at any age. You can start with something simple. Stand near the kitchen counter, lift 1 foot off the ground, and try to hold it for 10 seconds. If that feels hard, consider it your wake-up call. Small habits like walking heel to toe, doing gentle leg lifts, or practicing a few basic Tai Chi moves can reawaken your body's natural stability. These little changes might seem minor, but they can be the difference between walking confidently through your home or second-guessing every step you take. Remember, your legs aren't just for walking. They're your foundation, your freedom, and your future. Sign number 2, your skin, the silent storyteller of time. Your skin is like a quiet diary, holding on to the memories of seasons past and years well lived. But after 70, that story begins to speak louder. You might notice your skin bruises more easily, feels thinner, drier, and more sensitive to changes in temperature. Cuts and scrapes take longer to heal. Even a gentle bump can leave a dark mark that lingers for days. These aren't just surface changes, they're signs of something deeper happening inside your body. From a biological perspective, it's completely natural. As we age, our bodies produce less collagen, the protein that gives skin its strength and elasticity. And when that protective layer grows weaker, it's a reminder that time is leaving its mark both on the outside and within. Beneath our skin lies a soft layer of fat, a cushion that protects us from the bumps and pressures of everyday life. But with age, that cushion begins to thin. Blood vessels grow more fragile, and the rate at which skin cells renew themselves slows dramatically. Together, these changes make the skin more prone to tears, bruising, and slower healing. In medical terms, this is called dermal atrophy, and it's a natural part of aging. What's important to remember is this: your skin isn't just about appearance. It's your body's very first line of defense. When it weakens, you become more vulnerable to infections, to pressure sores, and to temperature extremes like heat rashes in summer or chills in winter. A scratch that once healed in days may now take weeks, carrying a higher risk along the way. But here's the hopeful truth: you still have the power to care for it. Support your skin with small, consistent habits. Use a high-quality, fragrance-free moisturizer every day, especially after bathing. Avoid long, hot showers that strip away natural oils. Drink enough water not only for your organs, but to keep your skin supple and resilient. Choose soft, breathable fabrics to reduce friction and irritation. And never underestimate nutrition. Vitamin C, vitamin E, and omega-3s play a quiet but powerful role in repairing and protecting the skin. Yes, your skin may feel more delicate now, but that doesn't make you fragile. On the contrary, it has carried you through decades of work, love loss, and growth. It has weathered storms, embraced loved ones, and held memories in every crease. After 70, it simply asked for more kindness, a little extra care, and gentle protection. So next time your hand brushes over your arm and you notice a new bruise, a dry patch, or a spot you don't remember, pause. That's your body whispering, "I've carried you for a long time. Please take care of me." Your support keeps this channel speaking openly about the real journey of aging with empathy, dignity, and honesty. Sign number 3. Your sleep patterns begin to change, and usually not for the better. It often creeps in quietly without warning. At first, you find yourself waking up a little earlier than usual. Then you start waking once or twice in the middle of the night. Before long, falling back asleep becomes a challenge. And even when you do drift off again, you wake in the morning feeling unfinished, not truly rested. Many people tell themselves it's just part of getting older. But behind these restless nights lies a deeper truth. After 70, sleep doesn't just shorten, it changes in quality. It's not only about how many hours you sleep, but how deeply you rest. As we age, our bodies produce less melatonin, the hormone that regulates our sleep-wake rhythm. Brainwave patterns shift, leaving us with less time and deep restorative sleep. That means even if you clock 8 hours, your sleep may not feel as refreshing as it once did. Then there's the bladder. With age, kidney function and bladder sensitivity shift, leading many, especially men, to wake 2 or 3 times each night for a trip to the bathroom. Add chronic pain medication side effects or a low hum of anxiety, and sleep becomes fragile. Take Mr. Lamb, 78. He used to sleep straight through the night. Now almost every evening he wakes at 3 a.m. Some nights he simply sits in the quiet waiting for the first light of day. He's not hurting, he's not upset, but sleep no longer feels like rest. It feels like interruption. And that matters more than you might think. Poor fragmented sleep isn't just tiring. Studies show it raises the risk of memory loss, depression, heart disease, and even falls caused by daytime fatigue. Your brain needs uninterrupted rest to flush out toxins and reset both your body and emotions. The good news? Sleep can be protected, and the very first step, set yourself a consistent bedtime. Limit your screen time in the evening. Skip caffeine after 2 p.m. Keep your bedroom cool, quiet, and dark. And most importantly, don't just put up with it if your sleep is getting worse. Talk to your doctor about possible causes, whether it's sleep apnea, side effects from medication, or another underlying issue. You've earned your rest. Your days may have changed, but your nights should still restore you. After 70, sleep isn't a luxury, it's survival. Guard it like the priceless gift it is. Sign number 4. Your appetite and digestion begin to change. One day you sit down for a meal and realize you're just not that hungry. The food looks fine, but something's missing. Meals that once brought comfort and joy now feel more like a chore than a pleasure. You start skipping breakfast, picking at lunch, and pushing dinner aside. It's easy to dismiss this as just getting older. But the truth is, a loss of appetite after 70 often carries a much deeper meaning. Biologically, your body undergoes subtle shifts. The number of taste buds decreases, making food seem less flavorful. Stomach acid production drops, slowing digestion and making it less efficient. And the nerves that signal fullness become more sensitive, so you feel full faster even before you've eaten enough. Over time, this can lead to unintentional weight loss, muscle loss, and reduced energy. The digestive tract itself also slows down the muscles that move food along, causing bloating, constipation, or discomfort after meals. All of this further reduces your desire to eat, creating a cycle that slowly robs your body of the nutrients it needs to thrive. And this matters greatly because after 70, your body's reserves are smaller. You need steady fuel, not just to survive, but to remain strong, clear-headed, and emotionally steady. A fading appetite isn't just an inconvenience. It's your body quietly signaling that it's struggling to keep up. And the good news is you still have the power to change that. Gentle, intentional changes can make a world of difference. Try eating smaller meals more often every 3 to 4 hours. Make protein a priority. Eggs, beans, lean meats, tofu. Add flavor with herbs and healthy fats to wake up your sleeping taste buds. And whenever possible, take your meal in the sunlight. Natural light helps reset your digestion and your body's internal clock. And if you can, don't eat alone. Simple conversation, even quiet company, does more to spark the appetite than most people realize. Ask yourself, are you eating enough to stay strong or just enough to get by? Are your meals truly nourishing you, or have they become an afterthought? The way you eat today shapes how you'll move, think, and live in the years to come. Sign number 5. Your grip begins to fade along with what you can hold on to. It's something you rarely notice until it's gone. One day you struggle to open a jar you used to twist without thinking. Another day, the grocery bag feels heavier than it should. Then suddenly your favorite mug slips from your hand and shatters on the floor. That's when you realize your grip strength just isn't what it used to be. It might seem like a small inconvenience you can still get through the day, right? But grip strength isn't just about your hands. It's a reflection of your entire body's strength. In fact, research shows it's one of the clearest indicators of overall health in older adults and even a predictor of longevity. I think of Mr. Min, 76, a quiet, steady, dependable man. One morning as he prepared his usual coffee, the mug simply slipped from his hand. It wasn't heavy. He wasn't distracted. His fingers just didn't respond. That moment didn't injure him, but it shook something deeper. I used to carry lumber for a living, he murmured later, almost as if speaking to himself. Now I can't even hold a cup, Mr. Min said quietly. Why does this happen? As we grow older, our bodies naturally lose muscle mass, a condition known as sarcopenia. The nerves that control fine motor movements become slower to respond. Circulation to the hands and fingers can also decline, reducing both strength and coordination. The same hands that once built, carried, cooked, and repaired now start to hesitate over tasks they once mastered without thought. But don't be discouraged. Strength can be rebuilt with gentle, consistent effort. Try squeezing a tennis ball or using simple hand grippers every day. Light resistance training. Even lifting a soup can or a small weight can reawaken the muscles in your forearms and hands. Stretch your fingers wide, hold, then release. These small motions done regularly lead to real change. If your handshake feels softer than it used to, if twisting a bottle cap takes more effort, don't ignore it. Your hands are an honest reflection of your body's resilience. And the good news, it's never too late to strengthen your grip, not just on the objects you hold, but on the life you want to keep living after 70. Your hands still have stories to write, meals to prepare, and people to embrace. Keep them strong, because what you hold on to now will shape the years ahead. Sign number 6. You begin to feel the world pulling away. It doesn't happen all at once. First, the phone rings less often, then the invitations slow to a trickle. Eventually, entire weeks pass without a single knock at the door. You tell yourself it's normal, everyone's busy schedules shift, people move on. But deep down, you feel it, the quiet unraveling of connection after 70. It's one of the most painful, least talked about changes of aging. Loneliness in later life isn't just an emotion, it's a physical burden. Studies show that social isolation can raise the risk of heart disease, depression, memory loss, and even shorten your life. It triggers the same biological stress response as chronic pain or prolonged hunger. The body doesn't just feel lonely, it suffers from it. What makes this change so insidious is how quietly it happens. Friends pass away. Family members grow up and get caught up in their own lives. Your mobility declines, making it harder to get out and enjoy the activities you once loved. The daily connections, a quick chat at the coffee shop, a group walk, a shared meal at church fade, until one day you realize how long it's been since you truly felt seen. And here's the hard truth, you can be surrounded by people, nurses, neighbors, even your own family, and still feel invisible. The danger is that loneliness doesn't always look like sadness. Sometimes it looks like silence. Sometimes it's the sound of your own thoughts echoing with no one to share them with. But this doesn't have to become your new normal. Staying connected later in life may take more effort, but it's far from impossible. Start small. Call someone you've lost touch with, Write a letter, join a local group, a senior class, a book club, a volunteer program. Even the briefest contact, like making eye contact with a stranger or chatting with a cashier, can spark the release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone, and bring your nervous system back into balance. You don't need a crowd, but you do need someone. We all do. Because staying socially connected isn't just about avoiding loneliness, it's about staying alive in the truest sense of the word. Sign number 7, your reflection starts to feel like a stranger. It catches you off guard. You're washing your hands, brushing your teeth, folding laundry. You glance at the mirror and pause, not out of vanity, not out of judgment, but in quiet confusion. Is that me? The mind whispers, as if your outer reflection no longer matches the inner sense of who you are. That feeling, seeing a stranger in your own reflection, is more common than most admit. After 70, the changes in the face seem to speed up. Skin loosens, muscles soften, posture shifts. The features you've known for decades begin to blur, as if time has slowly sketched them in charcoal. But the disconnect runs deeper than appearance. It touches something within. It's a strange mix of unfamiliarity and quiet grief. Neuroscience tells us that our internal self-image tends to stay frozen at a younger stage. The brain clings to familiar shapes. When the mirror shows something that no longer matches that stored memory, it can create a surreal, almost dreamlike sensation. Recognition mixed with distance. This isn't vanity, it's identity. Your body has carried you through 1,000 storms, yet the face looking back at you may feel unfamiliar. There's wisdom in the eyes, loss in the lines, pride in the set of the shoulders, but also the quiet question, where did I go? This is where healing begins, not by chasing youth, but by meeting the mirror with kindness. Speak gently to that reflection. Don't rush past it. Let yourself truly see the full journey etched in those features. You are not fading. You are being carved into someone deeper, quieter, truer. Create new rituals. Light a candle as you brush your hair. Smile at yourself for no reason. Place a photo of your younger self near the mirror, not to compare, but to remember that both versions of you deserve your love. The truth is that reflection isn't a stranger. It's the current chapter of someone who has endured, grown, softened, and survived. That's not something to fear. It's something to bow to. Final thoughts. We've walked together through the 7 signs that often appear after 70, balance skin, sleep, digestion, strength, connection, and identity. Each is a quiet messenger, not asking for panic, but for presence. They are not punishments. They are invitations to listen, to adjust, to care more gently for the body that has carried you this far, and to reclaim the choices still within your reach. You don't have to change everything at once. Just begin. Move a little more mindfully. Rest a little more intentionally. Speak a little more kindly to others and to yourself. Because even now, especially now, there's beauty in how you rise each morning. There's purpose in how you sit quietly and remember. There's love in your voice when you call someone simply to say hello. If any part of this message spoke to you, I'd like to ask a small favor. Leave a comment below and share one change you've noticed after 70, or simply type, okay. It lets us know this message found you and that you want more content that speaks to the true heart of aging. If you haven't yet, please like, share, and subscribe. Every video is made with care for those walking this path, and your support is what keeps us going. Take care of yourself. You are not alone on this journey, and it is our honor to walk beside you.